Join me as I take Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner from San Diego up to Los Angeles. We'll travel in business class and coach class to see what both experiences are like. And welcome back to San Diego. I'm Ralph from Ralph's Trip Reports. If you haven't already, check out the video of how I got here, because that was one of the best flights I've ever taken. Flight over on JetBlue Mint in the Throne Suite from New York to San Diego. But now it's time to leave San Diego and head north to Los Angeles. And to do that, you could either drive, you could fly, but the best way to do it is the train. We're going to be taking Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner from here in San Diego to Los Angeles. We're going to compare both business class and coach class. We're going to ride in business class from here in San Diego up to Anaheim, where my hotel is. Then we'll pick it back up from there, taking coach from Anaheim up to LA Union Station. Should be a jam-packed video, but for now, it's time to bid San Diego farewell and head over to Santa Fe Depot. Our journey on the Surfline begins at Santa Fe Depot. Located in downtown San Diego, this structure was built for the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway in 1915. The station is both on the National Register of Historic Places and is a San Diego historic landmark. So, here in San Diego, when you go to get on the train, let me show you. Two lines. The one I'm in on the left is for business class, and the one on the right over there is for coach. Coach is unreserved. There's a bunch of coach cars. You just pick any seat. Business class, there's one specific car, so you have to sit in that car. Our motive power for today's trip is a Siemens SC44 Charger locomotive. This locomotive was introduced on the Surfline beginning in 2018 and puts out 4,400 horsepower. We have two different types of business class cars on our train. The first car we step into is a Pacific Surfline style business class car, laid out in a 2x2 arrangement. On this train, they had the door open, and that's a regular Pacific Surfliner business class car. Didn't it look familiar, though? Could it be that it's the same exact setup as on the Acela Express that we took 2 years ago? Link up here. So, another person just happened to see this car behind us for business class be open, and this is a Northern California business class car. But look at the difference. The seats are way bigger, and it's a way better experience. So I moved back here. It just pays to look, because had I had not even noticed this guy coming back here, I wouldn't have had a seat in this car, which is a much better experience. But anyway, we're going to be heading up to Anaheim at first in business class. Then after we get to Anaheim, we're going to spend some time there, and then we'll head up in coach to LA Union Station to see if business class is really worth the upgrade. But for now, let's sit back, relax, and get ready to leave San Diego. And before we leave, I also wanted to make note, there is 2 San Diego stations that you can board from. One is here at the San Diego Santa Fe Depot. The other one is up the tracks in Old Town. That's like the original part of San Diego. But if you want a really good seat with a view of the ocean, I recommend if you're near Old Town, just take the trolley down to Santa Fe Depot and board here, so that way you get first choice of your seat. You might not have a problem, but if the train's very busy, you might not get the seat that you want, and you really want a seat on this side of the train, because the views coming up are going to be absolutely fantastic.
Amtrak train number 573, going to Old Town, Solana Beach, Oceanside, San Clemente Pier, San Juan Capistrano, Irvine, Santa Ana, Anaheim, Fullerton, and Los Angeles Union Station.
Departing San Diego, we immediately leave downtown and pass the airport, which surprisingly does not have a direct stop on the Surfline. After that, we reach our first stop of the trip, Old Town. Old Town is home to the Old Town San Diego Historic Park and the Presidio Park, which date back all the way to 1542.
Our next stop in approximately half an hour will be Solana Beach.
After we leave San Diego, we leave the city behind and head for the mountains before we reach the coast of the Pacific Ocean, just before Solano Beach. We will follow the Pacific Ocean all the way until just south of Santa Ana.
Good morning, Amtrak train 573. 573 going north, Orange County, Los Angeles, business. San Clemente is your stop. Please ensure you have all personal belongings and safely prepare to exit.
So back there, you seen how close we were to the water, and it's actually a problem for this line. There's a lot of flooding back there that takes place. They've spent millions and millions of dollars to try and keep the tracks from getting flooded. They put embankments, but the water just keeps going over the embankments and going onto the tracks, which is causing them to have to suspend service a lot of times, and this portion run with buses. So they are actually thinking of moving this line inland eventually. So if you want to ride this train, my recommendation is to do it as soon as you can, because
Ladies and gentlemen, now arriving San Clemente Pier. This is San Clemente.
you never know when they're going to just move this line inland and you won't be able to ride this close to the water anymore. So here we are, there's the San Clemente Pier. Right over there, you see the beach. This is one of the only Amtrak stops that I know of that actually brings you this close to the beach. This is incredible. The station's on the other side. You're literally dropped off right at the beach, and once the train clears, you can cross the tracks and go right on the beach. This is incredible. They don't have anything like this back in the Northeast. So come to find out that this is not actually a business class car. This is a coach car that they slapped business class on. This isn't a Pacific Surfliner coach car that they slapped business class on. This is a regular Superliner car. You'll see when we go into coach later on that it's starting to look a little tired, but we'll get to that in a minute. But for now, let's do the seat tour. Alright, so here we go with the seat tour. Each passenger does have individual reading lights and an attendant call button. Coming down onto the seat, we see the tray table, which we'll get into in a minute. Below that, you have the literature pocket, which houses the safety information card. Alright, let's bring out that tray table. The tray table is pretty big and sturdy, and it does come out a little bit, which is nice. And finally, the recline. You can see that it goes back pretty far, and it does give you a lot of leg room. The Superliner cars are really nice. As we pull out of San Clemente, there's the pier. The Superliner cars are really nice and really comfortable, even in coach class on long distance trips. So you shouldn't have any problem getting comfortable, especially if you get one of these cars.
Our next stop in approximately 15 minutes will be San Juan Capistrano.
And as a reminder, your cafe is open and serving. Downstairs in car number 3. If you're looking for something to eat or drink, we still have breakfast.
Speaking of the cafe car, here's the menu.
Pizzas, turkey cheddar sandwiches, hot dogs, vegan options, snacks and candies, sodas, soda water, juices, beer, wine, and cocktails.
If you are traveling in business class, you don't need to go to the cafe car, as each car in business class has a dedicated attendant. Business class includes free muffins, coffees, teas, and water, which are provided complimentary by the attendant. We are in a former Surfliner coach car. We head downstairs to the restrooms and see, just like on Western long-distance trains, there are a bunch of different types of restrooms. You have some single-stall restrooms, along with the one I use, which is more of a lounge type, which has a seating area to change, and then the restroom. The restroom was clean and spotless throughout the entire trip.
Irvine's your stop. Please ensure that you have all personal belongings, hold the handrail, and watch your step.
We then reach Irvine, which signals that our trip in business class is coming to an end. And just like that, we reach Anaheim, our first stop of the trip. We bid this train farewell as I head across the parking lot to my hotel to freshen up for an evening in Los Angeles. And welcome back to the Anaheim Regional Intermodal Transit Center. This transit center is the main stop for Angel Stadium and Disneyland. Angel Stadium is located conveniently across the street with an underpass to the stadium. So what's up? We're back here in Anaheim. I went to my hotel, which is conveniently across the parking lot, the Ari's Hotel. Very nice. Only cost me about $140 a night, which in this area is not bad. And it's directly connected to the train station, so we're going to continue our journey up to LA Union Station, another Pacific Surfliner, but this time we're going to be in coach. We're going to see how the experience is in coach, and then at the end of the video we'll discuss whether I think business class is worth the upgrade. But our train should be here in just a few moments and we'll head up to LA.
All right, folks, our next stop is Fullerton. A quick 5 minutes to Fullerton.
Okay, so seat tour time. This car, you have individual lights. And down onto the seats. Again, does this remind you of something? Tray table. Pretty sturdy, pretty big. In this car, you have a footrest. And finally, the recline. But unlike our car earlier, from our earlier train, these seats are tired. Very tired. Taking a look at the restroom in coach class, still clean for being almost 2.5 hours into the trip. Downtown Los Angeles is coming into view, which means our ride on the Surfline is coming to a close. Coming around the bend, we actually see a pretty famous steam locomotive in the Amtrak yard. Santa Fe 484 steam locomotive number 3751, and actually powered Santa Fe's last steam excursion, which happened to run on this exact route from San Diego to Los Angeles in the late 1950s. In the Amtrak yard, we see some of the long-distance sets awaiting their next departure. On the other side of the tracks, we see the Los Angeles River. This part of the river is actually famous in many Hollywood movies.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Los
Los Angeles Union Station. We're coming down the last possible track of Union Station. Coming in on track number 14, track 14.
And they don't make them like this anymore. Los Angeles Union Passenger Terminal was built in May of 1939. The station still sees today almost 110,000 passengers each day. The station is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It is the busiest railroad station on the West Coast, Amtrak's 5th busiest station, and the 13th busiest in the country. The station serves multiple long and short distance Amtrak trains, Metrolink commuter trains, and the LA Metro rail and buses. And welcome to Los Angeles Union Station. Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. An incredible experience, especially on the portion south of Anaheim. Fantastic. It was great scenery all the way up. Perfect day to do it. It was just incredible. So the question is, business class or coach? Without a doubt, if it's only a $10 or $15 upgrade, business class all the way. Having that extra leg room, not that many people in my car, it was fantastic. And also, before I let you go, I'm going to link it in the description. Coming in this area up until after the World Cup, there's a special promo that gives you a discount off. I'm going to put it in the comments section, and then you'll save some money so you can do this yourself. But anyway, that just about does it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ralph from Ralph's Trip Reports. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you next time.